Trouble losing weight? Need more energy? Want to improve your health? You got a fitness or nutrition question? I probably have an answer for you. How do you get started back on a healthy path even after multiple health scares? Well, that's what I'm going to answer today, and this is a question from Terry Miller. It's a pretty loaded question, so I'm just going to give you the synopsis of it. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I've had 2 bouts of cancer. I was thin, then started to gain weight. I ended up in a wheelchair due to bad knees, mainly because she was a runner back in the day. And you know, in all fairness, she had tried a lot of different diets, pretty much all the diets, and nothing could stick. I'm sure you can relate to that because most diets are ridiculous. And so she wants to know, she's now 61 and doesn't want to die this way. So her question is, how do I get started and how do I stick with it? So she basically wants to get back to a healthy weight, right? So she can't do much because, so she's 5'10", she weighs 250 pounds. So yeah, I would say that she's probably a good 70 to 80 pounds overweight, and she can't do much because of her knees. And so for all of you guys watching and girls watching, running is going to kill you. This is a prime example, okay? So do not do it in a high volume. Limit it, small amounts, high intensity, short duration. Otherwise, your knees are gonna be toast. So what can Terry do in this situation? So she wants to lose weight. She can't compromise her knees. She's tried other things in the past that haven't worked. And she's type 1 diabetic. She's gone through cancer. What to do? Okay, so I'm gonna really make this simple. And I mean, I could plug my own diets, or I can say, listen, if you wanna lose weight, follow the all-day fat burning diet, which you should because it's an awesome program. And it's very sustainable, and that's one of the biggest things that we found is a lot of people have found it to be one of the kind of the most sustainable ways of eating in the long term. But even without that for a second, I want to make things even more simple for you, is simple daily habits. Little things, right? Small hinges will swing big doors for you. So you can't run. Okay, awesome. That's probably a good thing. What are some things that you can do? What are some things that you enjoy doing that are active? You know, if you can work out in any way, shape, or form, that's going to be better than not doing anything at all. Even if that's just upper body stuff because your lower body is not having it, that's still going to make a benefit. So it could be things like push-ups or core work, pull-ups, arm workouts, back workouts, something to get your body more metabolically active. You need to build the muscle because runners, we know, don't really have a very muscular frame. And that becomes an issue, right? Because when you stop running, not only do you hurt your knees, but now you've compromised your muscle mass, which means your metabolism is going to be shot down, and a lot of running over time can depress thyroid function. So not a good thing, okay? So we want to get all that stuff back. We want to start building muscle again, doing some type of strength or resistance training 3 times a week, heavier weights, lower repetitions, okay? So I'm talking about like 4 to 8 repetitions, heavier weights that challenge you for that repetition range. From a diet perspective, let's keep things really simple. I'm not going to give you a specific protocol here, but let's just keep things really simple in order to help you lose weight. First and foremost, start your day with protein. Don't do the oatmeals and the grains and all that stuff. It's just it's really gonna wear you down. 20 grams minimum of protein first thing in the morning, whether that's coming in the form of eggs, legumes, a protein powder, whatever. Start your day with that because that's going to curb your hunger. It's going to get rid of the cravings, and it's going to get your body more thermogenically active. Basically, it increases your metabolism in the process of digesting protein. Okay, so no other foods really give you that benefit. So protein in the morning, really important. Second is have a big green salad with all of your meals. Or I shouldn't say all of your meals, with at least 1 meal a day. So if you're having your main meal at dinner time, have a nice big green salad with that. You want to get more vegetables into your body. Okay, so protein in the morning, have a nice big green salad at some point throughout the day. And the third thing is I'm just going to say eat more real food and remove the allergenic inflammatory foods like gluten and a lot of those grains as well as dairy. Okay, because you want to reduce the inflammation in your body, because if you don't, what's going to happen is your body is going to say, okay, inflammation, we need to deal with this, so we're going to increase cortisol. And cortisol is a stress hormone that over time, if chronically elevated, can lead to storing of belly fat, and it also wears down your adrenal glands. But here's the other thing too, is that when your body constantly has this high level of cortisol, it's essentially saying to your brain, we are in a stressed out state. And this means you cannot release fat, because remember, as I've talked about, I don't know, dozens of times already in my videos, is our bodies have been hardwired to survive. And we haven't evolved physiologically from where we were hundreds of thousands of years ago. So back in the day, when we didn't know when we were going to eat next, our body would hold on to fat because fat is very energy dense. It provides 9 calories per gram instead of 4 calories from carbohydrates, as an example. So it's going to give us our biggest bang for our buck. Our body's going to want to hold on to that because it doesn't know. If we're stressed out, it could be we're running away from something or we're in a famine. It just doesn't know. So in today's day and age, when we're stressed out consistently, the body goes through the same thing. The adrenals fire off, cortisol goes up, brain says, hold on, I'm not sure what's going on here, but you know what, guys, let's shut things down. We're going to hold on to fat. We're not going to release it. So you have to do things that are going to reduce inflammation and obviously stress in your body. And a large part of that is going to be not only how you manage your day-to-day stress, but the foods that you eat. And running, as an example, exercise is a form of stress. Running is one of the worst forms of exercise because it's a massive stress on the body, especially when it's done consistently. So eat a whole foods diet, lots of vegetables, clean proteins, healthy fats. That's the key, okay? Omega-3 fatty acids, all those good things that I've talked about in my videos. Keep it simple, okay? So protein in the morning, big green salad with at least one of your meals, and get rid of the allergenic inflammatory foods that I just talked about. All right, so Terry, I hope that kind of gives you a bit of a starting point. And I think most importantly is never to give up hope, right? Always, I think if we lose hope, that doesn't help us get out of bed in the morning. We need to have this almost delusional sense of optimism that is going to get us excited. Because if we're not excited, there's really no juice behind what we do. And even if it's not going to work out, who cares, right? As long as you have that hope and optimism that things can get better, because they can. If you're at 250 pounds, you can lose the weight. And I've helped countless people do that. And I know you can do it. All that's required is for you to be committed to it and follow a proven plan. So again, if you want something more structured, I'd recommend my all-day fat-burning diet because it helps you do these very things. But at the minimum, just take action on the 3 things that I recommend right here. And I believe in you, okay? Believe in yourself as well. So there we go. If you've got a question you want answered, fitness, nutrition, or health related, let me know over on our Ask Yuri page. The link for that is below the video. And I'll do my very best to answer a question for you in the coming weeks. So thank you so much for watching once again. Be sure to subscribe to the channel somewhere around here. Give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.